Hey kids, now we're cooking. Welcome to another episode of our kids show. Now we're cooking, which is really for kids of all ages. We're all kids at heart. My name is Aunt Annie.
And I'm Grandma Jayne.
And you know, with this COVID virus out there, it's really interfered with a lot of our fun summer activities. One of those being baseball. Whether you were participating in baseball as a kid or as an adult, or whether in fact you were just going to enjoy a fun baseball game at a big stadium. It's so much fun to go to professional baseball games. If you haven't, someday I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to do so. So this week we're going to bring the baseball game to you. We're going to make things that are typically sold at a baseball game at the stadium, or things that have to do with baseball, and you'll see soon, okay? So a lot of times at baseball games, they have something for sale called Cracker Jack. Well, for some of you kids that are younger, you might not know what that is, but it used to come in a box about yay big, and there was a little sailor man on it, kinda, and it had caramel corn and peanuts in it, okay? And a little toy surprise. I think if they still make it, I'm not sure. But we're going to kick off our show, our first episode for this week of baseball episodes, with caramel corn. And Jayne's going to take the lead on this one. Work us through what you're going to use and how you're making it, Jayne.
Okay, I put puffed corn that you can buy at the grocery store into a roaster. And the next things are going to be stovetop. We got to cook a little bit on the stovetop. We have to melt a cup of butter.
Which would be 2 sticks, kids.
2 sticks.
And Janie, why are you going to use this puff corn?
Well, it's been popular because there are no hulls in it, so it's easy to eat. You don't have the problem with getting any of it really stuck in your teeth at all. And it's really good flavor even as is, but you put the caramel corn on, I think it's kind of a good one for kids especially.
But
it's not quite as tough.
But yeah, if you're watching your pennies or what have you, you can make your regular popcorn just like you normally make your popcorn. Some of us have I have an air popper, thanks to Jayne giving it to me as a gift. I know we used to have another one. What was that one that was called where the thing spun around in the bottom?
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy, yeah.
I used to have a Stir Crazy, and that thing went around and around so the popcorn didn't stick with the oil. But what's nice about the air popper Jayne gave me is there's no oil. If I add some butter at the end, that's fine, but there's no oil also, in addition to the butter I put on top. Okay, so we've got a package of puffed corn in a roaster pan, and now we've got a cup of butter melting on a stovetop in a saucepan.
Yeah. The oven you said is set at 250. Okay. And then brown sugar.
How much brown sugar?
We need let me see, it's in the recipes right on the bag too if you do it. 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar.
Okay, and it's right on the bag. That's cool too.
On the popcorn bag.
If you decide to make it out of popcorn.
Right. Then 2/3 cup of Carol syrup or any kind of corn syrup.
Light corn syrup?
Light corn syrup.
Because I think there's dark too as well.
Yeah. And you just got to get it all melted together, and then you can pour it onto the puffcorn and put it in the oven. So it's pretty easy, and most of the things you have at home.
Of course, when you're done, or before you even put the caramel in, could you not put your peanuts or nuts of choice?
Yes, yeah. You can put almonds, pecans, what else they use?
Just regular peanuts, honey roasted peanuts, cashews. But yeah, I would mix those in the popcorn before you put the caramel on so it all gets coated. But while she's doing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ty Cobb. He spent 22 seasons with the Detroit Tigers. He was an outfielder, which is part of the reason we're naming this corn after him. The other reason, obviously, is his last name of Cobb. But he played the last 6 seasons or so, I think 5 or 6 seasons, he didn't actually play. He was like manager and did some other things. But he did, I believe, finish his career with the Athletics. But yeah, 22 seasons with the Detroit Tigers, and I think there are awards even named after Ty Cobb. So, excellent ball player. We pay tribute to Ty Cobb today by our simple gesture of naming this the Cobb corn.
It's been sad not having pro ball or any ball really too much this summer.
So what kind of shirt are you donning this week, Jayne?
Baez. The Cubs.
The Cubs.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our viewers have noticed I brought down my 2016 Chicago Cub champion poster there because we were all so proud. We lived near to the Twins and the Cubs. And of course, we're happy about either team doing well, hailing from our Midwest.
What a fun year, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. It was fun to see that because a lot of us didn't think they were going to pull it off. But they sure
They
did.
kept at it. It was
Yes, they
unreal.
did.
I hope everybody that was around could watch that. Do you remember that? Did you follow it at all?
Well, I don't know. I don't follow baseball,
Yeah.
so even if I
Yeah.
would have remembered it, I just wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention.
That was that when it gets right down to the nitty gritty in the World Series, though, they're always good games if you don't pay attention to any of the other ones.
So how much do you need to watch that then, Jane?
Well, I should watch it until the butter's all melted and
Okay.
it's mixed and heated up, and then once I turn it off, you just add a teaspoon of soda, baking soda,
Okay.
and then you can pour it over to your popcorn. Then we'll get it into the oven. We have to stir it every 10 to 15 minutes, but it's in there for 45 minutes. Should come out really glazed and pretty and delicious.
So we're not far then from it being melted and put on
Now
there.
it's getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a 7th inning stretch?
Sure.
Okay, for this episode. Each episode we're going to do the 7th inning stretch by singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So we want all of you to sing at home with us, and it'll make you feel like you're right there at Fenway Park or Yankee Stadium or whatever stadium you like to go to or would like to be. So let's sing it, Jane.
All right.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. It's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Play ball!
All right, now it's coming to a boil here. That's good. So have you been to a lot of Cubs or Yankees games or anything?
I don't know what my thing is with the Cubs, but I tried to go twice to their place and got on the edge of Chicago both times, and they were rained out.
Oh.
So got all the way to Chicago, 5.5, 6 hours away, and they called the game.
Wow.
My first professional game, I went to out in LA.
Oh, really?
Yes, in 1984, I went to my first professional. I watched the Angels play, and they were playing the Phillies, so I got to see Pete Rose. I have a picture of Pete Rose. That was fun to see that. I lived in Boston for almost a year, so I've been to a couple games at Fenway Park.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yep,
Legend,
Fenway Park, you betcha.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy some of those movies that have to do with baseball games.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
The one with Fever Pitch. I get a big kick out of that after living in Boston, where Jimmy Fallon and I believe Drew Barrymore have some issues because Jimmy's such a baseball fan in that movie. But it's about Fenway Park and him being a Red Sox fan. So I enjoy that movie.
It's all boiled together, and
Okay.
now I'm going to add the teaspoon of baking soda,
Okay.
and then I can pour it on and kind of mix it in there. See how that baking soda really puffs it up, doesn't it?
Oh, I guess.
And we'll just pour it across. This is not too hard.
And again, once you pour it, of course, it might not coat everything, but that's why you're going to stir it from time to time, correct?
Yep.
Because it won't coat necessarily every single kernel right now.
Like doing TV mix or anything like that, you got to keep stirring it.
Yeah.
Okay. It smells really good too.
Okay, so you're going to put this roaster pan full of this caramel covered popcorn at 250
Yep.
for how long?
For 45 minutes, but we're stirring it every 10 to 15.
Okay, so in the following episodes, like we've done from time to time, kids, we'll keep checking on our corn. We'll keep stirring it, our cob corn, and then we'll be able to sample it here later in the day.
Yeah.
I'll get out a couple of pot holders for later for you here.
Okay. And it's 2 to 11, so 45 minutes added to that is 2:50.
Well, let's just say it's pretty close to 2:15, so
2:15.
close to 3
3
o'clock,
o'clock,
about 4
sure.
minutes before 3.
Okay.
We'll go at it from that way. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so that's basically our first episode, kids. We can't actually make Cracker Jack, obviously. That's a registered and a trademark type of candy or snack. If you still can get Cracker Jack, we invite you to try it. It's just basically caramel corn and peanuts with a toy surprise inside.
Yeah.
So go ahead, add peanuts of your choice if you like to your popcorn of choice. Make that caramel sauce. Give it a stir every so often at 250, and after 45 minutes, you should have a delicious caramel corn snack. Okay. So if you can't get to the ball game this summer, what else do you suggest they do this summer, Jayne?
Play ball. Go outside and get some friends together and actually play it. Exercise.
If
Yeah.
in fact it's safe to do so, we don't
Yeah.
know with your mask or how close you can get, but
Right.
you can at least play catch.
Yeah.
Certainly, I love to just play catch. That's certainly distancing from other people.
Go out
But
and hit the ball.
That's right.
Whatever.
Go out and get some fresh air and enjoy the outside and do what you can to enjoy yourself during the virus. Stay cool, and we hope to see you on our next episode where we make another delicious little snack that you might have had at the baseball game. So we'll see you next time, we hope, on Now We're Cooking